Hello everyone out there in the internet universe. I'm here with my live unboxing of the Nintendo OLED in the game. And I'm saying it's live. I haven't opened it up, then decided to put it back in the package. No. I got it yesterday, so I had it roughly for about, I'd say, 10 hours. I'm over the age of 40, so I'm not in no hurry to open up my equipment like a 20-year-old or a teenager. I'm not no big rush. So let's do this. And now here is the proof that I got it yesterday. I got it from this store right here. I'm gonna tell you more about this store. You should recognize the symbol right here. I'm gonna tell you how important it was. Now, originally, before I had this Nintendo Switch OLED, I had a Nintendo DS. I loved that little DS. Mine was a sky blue color. But you know, for DS, it's roughly, let me see, 10 centimeters by, I say, 5 centimeters. So it's about the size, well, it's basically the size of a wallet, of a male's wallet. And you know, when we, with all games, whether it's a handheld game or a console game, most of the time we don't play it continuously. We may play it for a few hours or a few days and put it down and come back to it. So that's how it was with my DS. I play it for a while, then I put it down, and then when you put something down like that, the size of a wallet, it's lost forever. So I figure I might as well get the Switch, because with the Switch, since it's about 3 times larger, if you put that down, you ain't gonna be losing something that size. So here it is right here. I got my trusty utility knife to show you that, hey, if I need to unbox it with the utility knife, I'm showing you that it's truly live. But it's, from what I can see right here, it doesn't require the aid of a utility knife. So hey, so I'm gonna open it right now and see what I get. And I'm gonna tell you this before I go on. I guess this is like really 5 months after the initial release of the OLED. 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 I hope that's how you say it. Roughly 5 months after its initial release, I went to a number of stores. I went to first my local GameStop. When I went there, the guy told me he sold the last one. Then I went to Walmart. They told me they sold out. So it's still, I guess it's still selling strong. Then I said, let me go to my local Best Buy. Then I discovered, damn, here in the state of Maryland, Best Buy closed at 7 o'clock. I said, 7 o'clock, Best Buy here closed on in the state of Maryland. So after I did that, I called another GameStop. The guy told me that it was sold out. Then a little whisper, if anybody know what that means, that little whisper say, go to Target's. So I went to Target's, and as you can see, I found it. So here's the point of that little recap, people. If you can't find it at the major place, go to a second-hand or third-hand store. You know Walmart is number 1, then Target is like number 2. So if you can't find it in the premium locations, hey, go to your local Targets. Go to your other vendor who sell electronic gear and games. Try them out, and it may be there. So I told you why I got it, because I lost my DS. I told you where I went to for locations. And the third one, like I said, I'm over 40, so I don't rush to open things up. So let's see what we get with this Nintendo OLED. So let me try to open it. You know how it is with these things, it's so complicated. Okay, I think I see a little something right here. Okay, I see that. Okay, good. So it's not difficult to open, at least from that point of view. Let me see if I can pull it out. Let's see. Oh, I have to open more. I got that. So as you can see, this is what we got. Oh, and I want to say this too. I didn't just run out to the store and say, let me get the Nintendo Switch OLED. I did at least a week of research on it. So I'm familiar with the with this little contraption right here that looks like a little 7-inch tablet. I'm familiar with that. In my research, I discovered how you turn it on. This for the new people out here who never got it. You turn it on. Let me put it out. See, as you can see, it's fresh. You know, like some of them videos that show you that the unboxing, they don't be pulling out the plastic, so it's not fresh. They're just doing it over again. Here, it's a fresh unboxing. Okay, let me see. So I see the power switch here. I can use my, the standard power switch. I think I believe my phone charger can go in here. And here's the on switch and the volume control. Okay, so it got some battery life. See, it's coming on. I don't know how much battery life it got. It came on. It flashed on. Let's see. Here it is. It's going. I hope you can see it. Okay, so, because when I went to the store, the guy made it, when I went to another GameStop, he made it sound like it was going to be completely uncharged. So, it has a little charge in here. But you know, I haven't hooked it up to my network and none of that. So, it just stuck on the screen. So, I got to do my research. So keep that in mind. So, when you buy it, it will have a little charge in there. And I guess it's telling me to put the, what these called? Players console something. I forgot what it's called. Controllers. But I'm not gonna unbox it yet. Well, I may do this. So since I'm here, I'm gonna connect it all. As like I said, I did my research, so I have an idea how to did it. But this is my first time actually doing it. So let me see if it worked from my little studies of it. I got this right here. I should hear a snapping sound if I'm doing it correctly. I hope I am. Am I? Okay, this may be the wrong side. So you may have to figure out which side to put the thing on. And is it in the right direction? Okay, so yeah. So when you put it on in the right spot, it should just slide on easily. So that's step 1. Step 2. Then this should be a lot more easier, I hope. And also, it gives you an idea. When I open it, it got like it's a little up arrow right here. I don't know if you can see it as an up arrow. So it's letting me know that's probably the side that I need to slide it in. This is for the people who are completely new to it. So I'm going to do that. Okay, it slid right in. Okay, but it's still blinking. Okay, it stopped blinking, so what's going to happen next? Okay, there's a sound. It's asking for what country I am, but I'm going to do all that later. Let me hit the country. It said that it give you what country you got. Look for your. I'm in America, so the Americas. Enter, view, and use a license agreement. Okay, I accept. Next. Now it's searching for my network, but I'm going to do all that later because I wanted to show you all the gear that came with it. Let me type my network in. Oops. Yeah, that was it. I was on the right. You know, you have so many passwords now. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Connecting to the internet. Let's see if it worked. I hope I typed it in right. Okay, so it's successfully connected. Okay, now it's asking me my time zone. So, where my time zone at? I'm on the East Coast. They don't say no East Coast on here. Let me go up to the very top. So it asks a lot of questions though, don't it? I have to choose my time zone. Now that seems like it takes up the most time because it has over 50 different time zones in here. I'm going down the list, still trying to look for. I may have to come back to this. Okay. Okay, I went to the end. What's this midway? I may come back to this. I'm gonna go back. Let me try one more time. It got Los Angeles from the U.S., Honolulu, Denver, Mexico City. I should see the word New York, Toronto. So that's my time zone. Okay, good. I don't want to connect to no TV later. I'll do that later. But all right, because I don't want to hold y'all up. So we know it got a little bit of battery life in here. It's not telling me how much, but when you first get the Nintendo Switch OLED, and I'm assuming with the prior Nintendo Switch, you may have some battery life, but I'm gonna still charge it up later. All right, so let's see what else we got in here. Okay. Oh, you know you got the little Nintendo Switch basic little manual. I'll read that later. Let me set it aside. Okay, here's the HDMI cable right here. Because you know the Nintendo Switch and the OLED can connect to your TV, so that's nice. They gave you the HDMI cable, so you don't have to go buy another cable. That comes with it too, so let's keep going. Alright, as you know, as usual, here's a nice power adapter. But as I stated earlier, I may just use the charger for my cell phone. But I may use this too. So we got the charger. Let me put it back in here. I'll come to it later. Let's keep going down the list and see what we got in here. Okay. I saw this. I saw this too. This little thing right here, in case... Oh, I forgot to mention this. Also, when I did my research on it, it got this flap in the back where you should be able to set it on a table. Okay, it's hard to open this thing up. It's not easy. Okay, open. So I'm going to set it right here. This is where you can put the consoles, you know, the two little white it's called Joy-Cons. Yeah, it's called that. Joy-Cons. You can put those in here and play it as if you was playing a console. So that's nice. So you don't have to go. So they're trying to save you as much money as possible, because I thought you had probably to go to the store to buy this. All right, so that's a nice attachment. Let's keep going. All right, here's a little thing. I saw this when I did my research. In case when you had the Joy-Cons in your hand attached to this, you can have the Joy-Cons around your table, around your wrist, because people like to joke, so you don't get mad with the video game and throw the Joy-Cons at the TV. That's what a lot of sites like to say. That's what this is for. Because I don't see how you're going to lose it, because the Joy-Cons are attached to this, and you only use this when you're in your house or when you plan it on a TV. So that's a good thing right there. So when you plan it in this mode, where it's on the table, on your steps, or when you're watching TV, you can use this little device right here. And you know, it got electrical attachments to it. So it got electrical sockets. So it's not just a piece of simple plastic. It got electrical outlets here. So when it connects to this so we'll still connect to that electrical gear here. Alright, so this is nice. Alright, so both of the Joy-Cons have one of these. Here's the one for my right side, and here's the one for the left side. So that's a nice thing Nintendo did. They gave you two, but you probably just need one. But they gave you two for both Joy-Cons. So that's a nice accessory. I can get some of these bags out the way to make it look more nice. So I'm gonna put this right here. I'm still opening my boxes. So I'm going to the boxes. What else we got in here? Oh, and this is the most important piece right here. This is the piece that enable you to connect your Nintendo Switch OLED or your Nintendo Switch. This enabled it to connect to your TV. And from when I did my little research, yes, it has a nice bottom, so it don't easily slip. And it got attached right here, USB attachments right here. And I think I saw it open up on my. But I've been not trying to do too much stuff on here. I saw it open it up when I was doing my research. Oh, it does open. It does a nice attachment. And inside, you have your HDMI port and you have your AC adapter. The same adapter. Here it is right here. The same adapter that powers your Nintendo Switch OLED or your Nintendo Switch Primitive will also power this. Now, okay, so I'm going to set this right behind it, and I'm going to come back later on and work with all these little attachments. So, here's my receipt. I better say this in case something goes wrong with it. I'll put it right here, or I might put it right in my box, the receipt. So, and last but not least, as you all saw, in the old days, like I said, I'm over 40. I'm used to getting some type of game with my console. You know, in this day and age, he just give you the console and that's it. So I had to go buy me a game or two. When I went to Best Buy, I'm sorry, not Best Buy, GameStop, or you can get it from GameStop, Best Buy, Walmart, wherever they sell Nintendo Switch game, you can buy one of these eShop cards. So when I connect it to the internet later, fully connected, I'll be able to download games on here and save it on here. Now, since I didn't read through this book, I didn't read it here, but since I did my 1 week of research, I do know the original or the primitive Nintendo Switch only has roughly 32 gigs of memory. This, the OLED edition, has 64 gigabytes of memory, or of storage space, yeah. 32 bits of storage space, 32 gigabytes of storage space for the Nintendo Switch original, and for the OLED is roughly 64 gigabytes of storage space there. So, as you see, I got my eShop card so I can download the games that I like. I like to play golf games and casino games. You see right here, I got Mario Golf. When it's fully charged and I have all my connections set up, I'm going to come back and let y'all see Mario Golf and if I download something. So stay tuned. I'll be right back in a short while. Alright, so I've just now finished, as you saw, unboxing my OLED Nintendo Switch. Now I'm going to give you the rundown of its basic features. I had a couple minutes to play for. I just now hit the power button. The power button is a small little black button in the upper left hand corner. And when you start it, you know, now I've already finished my initialization screen. I've already put my country in, you know, my username, you know, the usual rundown when you get an electronic device that's connected to the internet. You know, all devices connected to the internet, they always ask you to put some password in there, what country you're in, the time zone. So I finished all of that. After you've done that, the most informative screen, as you see, is right here where it says continue. You either get, and one thing I do like about it, since we live in an age of touch screens, I either can touch it, as you see I just now did there, I either can touch it, or I can hit this A button 3 times. It will always ask you to do that 3 times. Then it'll give you that basic screen. You already seen I have some games on here already. And the thing, like most of my games, the thing I do like about it, when you connect to the internet, well, you can download games, but to download games, you have to go right here to this button right here where it's called the let me see what it's called. The Nintendo eShop. That's the one I use most. I haven't done the news. You know this. I haven't done the Nintendo Switch Online yet. I have not done no album. I have not put any pictures on here. I have not done. I have not messed with my controllers. I haven't done. I haven't messed with the system too much. And I haven't done it. Well, they sleep mode. You know that's normal. Cause I only had my Nintendo Switch, as you can see, for a short while. I haven't had it long. But my favorite thing on here, which will probably become your favorite, is to go to this eShop thing. And I've showed you all. When I got to the eShop, it's a little card that you have to buy. I've showed it, earlier, that little card that I had to buy from like GameStop, Walmart, any of those stores that sell it, Targets, wherever. I bought my eShop card there. Whenever you log on, it's always going to ask you for that username, always. And the thing about the eShop, which I don't like, but I guess it's necessary, when you go to the eShop, as you can see, it's always going to ask you to re-enter that password. That makes sense because since the Nintendo Switch is a handheld device, anybody in your home can pick it up when you're not using it. And you don't want your children, your spouse, your girlfriend to be downloading games using your eShop card. So remember this. When you go to the Nintendo eShop store, it will always ask for the password. So I'm gonna hit the back key. I can hit back, and it tell you at the bottom. It say X to end it. I'm gonna hit the X to end that. Okay, it took me right back to my main screen. Now as you can see, for me, I don't have no little games like Zelda, Robocon, all them other games. I only bought my Nintendo Switch, so you can see I can play card games, casino games like Uno. I got hard card. I have Sudoku, Solitaire. I got a boxing, but I don't like it too much. And 4 Kings. So for me, my Nintendo Switch is more like a gambling device or a thought device. Cause I do play Sudoku on here too. So let me start a game too. And what I like about the games, I'm gonna go to Sudoku. Whenever you already in the game, see right now I'm in Uno. It will always ask you to close the game. So I haven't discovered how to close the game while I'm in there. I haven't discovered that yet. So I usually go back to oh yeah, the most important thing, this little button right here, it'll always take you back to the screen right here, the home screen. See, I've already been playing it. I'm already playing Uno, so it's still playing in the background. I haven't figured out how to stop the games in process, but that's for another day. But this little button right here with my finger at, that's your most important button. It'll take you back to the home screen. So, that's it for my little review, people. For the first time, and I'm going to hit the home button again. Let's get back to the home screen. See, take it back. So, that's it for my review of the Nintendo OLED. This is a video made for the people who never got the OLED. Before I go, I just want to hindsight it again. When you get it, it's really dependent on the internet connection. So, even though I had this game right here, Mario Rush, a golf game. I'm interested in golf too. I haven't popped this in yet. Let me see how it looks. So let's see how it looks. So here's the little cartridge. It looks the same as the DS, but it's not. So I'm gonna pop this card in right now if I can. Let me see. I'm gonna go right up here to the top. See, I never did that before. Okay, look, I gotta fight with this thing. Let me see. Okay, there, it's open. But the little handle is open. I hope I got it in the right direction. Nope, it don't. Not that way. I push it in. It's in. I'm gonna start it. Let me hit the home button again. I was telling you about the home button, and we see it right there. So it works well for cartridges and for download stuff. And I think most people they would choose to download games. Also, when you download games, it's going to take a couple minutes, like 15 minutes or so. Because I experienced that. I downloaded some game, then I left my house right away. I went outside to play my Nintendo Switch and it wasn't downloaded. So when I got back home, I let the thing run at least 30 minutes or so. After 30 minutes, all my games were there. So that's the good thing about it. When you download a game, it's yours. It's on your Nintendo Switch. It's yours. It's not dependent on the games. When you download the games, they're not dependent on the internet any longer. So I hope you like the review. If you decide to get a Nintendo Switch, I hope you enjoy it. And I said earlier, the only reason I got it, because I lost my Nintendo DS. You know, it was the size of a wallet. I put it somewhere I could never find it. So I had to kick out my $300+ $350+ and get the Switch. So far, it seems okay. I like it. I like it. So thank you for stopping by. If you get the Nintendo Switch, I hope you enjoy it like I do. Till the next time, dear listener, peace.